Hey, Bridge fans, we're back with another hand from me playing in the Zenith on BBO. So that's match points, best hand, not best hand bridge, but I have the best hand at this table. And match points, you're trying to win as many tricks as you can. So this is a hand I'm just going to talk you through. I'll talk you through the bidding, I'll talk you through the play, and we'll see what interesting features it has for us today. So I opened two clubs. I've got a 22 count and balanced. It's not the best 22 count. I've got no 5 card suit or 2 4 card suits. 4 3 3. It's not great, even though I've got all these points. So it will need partner to have something to make anything more than just game, I think. So I opened two clubs. My partner bid 2 hearts, which is a positive. And if you get the description for 2 hearts, it shows king, queen to 5 or better, and a positive. So I could just bid 2 no trumps to show my hand, but I've got 3 card hearts support, so I know we want to be playing in hearts. So I decided to just bid 3 hearts and partner bid 4 hearts. Well, I came to the conclusion that you don't need much for slam. Partner's going to have ace, king, ace, queen, or king, queen to 5. If they've got king, queen to 5, they've got to have something else. And they may have a 6th one, but partner has nothing that can cubid. You can see that I've got ace, king, ace, king, ace, king, the other suits. So I shrugged my shoulders, bid key card. Partner bids 5 hearts to show the ace king of hearts. They've got ace king to 5 hearts and not much else. We've got all the key cards, so I've just got to hope that we've got something, maybe a 6th heart, or partner's got like the queen of clubs or something like that. Even jack 10 of clubs might give us a finesse or something. So we're probably going to have to take a heart finesse if partner's only got 5, but hopefully they've got some other card and we can try and make 12 tricks elsewhere. So I decided to bid 6 hearts, and my partner's going to play it because they showed the positive. So you're playing it from the north hand, and they lead the queen of spades. And we're going to, like we always do at trick 2, we're going to, trick 1, we're going to look at our prospects. So we can count the tricks. We've got 2 spades, 2 diamonds, 2 clubs, and 4 hearts. That's only 10. So we're going to need the heart finesse to make an 11 trick. We're going to make 5 heart tricks. You can see one of the problems with me being 4 triple 3 is I've got no roughs in my hand. And partner's got the bare minimum. Like a partner had like the queen of clubs or the queen of diamonds or, you know, the jack 10 of diamonds or something. You've got chances here. So we haven't got the greatest chance of making this. We're going to need a squeeze, even if the heart finesse is on side. They've led the queen of spades. Maybe they've got queen jack 10 and the 9 of spades becomes a menace against one person, which is what you want. And then maybe someone else has to guard clubs. It's not the best. I can't quite see what the squeeze is going to happen here, but I decide to just play to try and make it, obviously. And when the ace and the 10 of spades comes up. So that's not great. That could be a singleton. And if that's a singleton, it's good that our squeeze threat against East is the 9 of spades. It's going to be good. And it's bad that if we lose a heart finesse, there might be a spade with as well. So do we take the heart finesse? Do we play for the drop? Well, I think it's right to take the finesse. One of these things that if that queen of spades is from queen jack to 5 or queen jack to 6 or something like that, that West is likely to be longer in hearts. And if you're doing that, you generally want to be finessing through the longer hand and playing for the drop, you know, and other situations here. So I just took the heart finesse. So we got jack of hearts, small, 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 small queen. Oh no, is there a spade with coming? They play the jack of spades. Well, the good news is they've set my 9 up, but the bad news is almost certainly this is going to get roughed. Why would they play the jack of spades if they had queen jack to 3 or something? So jack of spades, I put the king on it, and it got roughed. Right, we're off. So one of these things, if other people are getting into the same contract, the chances are that this is going to happen to them too. So what you can't do is just switch off and kind of just go, you know, and start kind of playing too fast and conceding things, because every trick matters. If the contract is not makeable, if you go 1 off and everyone else goes 2 off, you get a top as long as everyone's in the same spot. We're going to lose to anyone who stays in game, but is there any chance for us to make 12 tricks? So again, we haven't got a spade. We've got a spade trick here. So if we just count the remaining tricks, let's see what they play back. They play a heart. So we're going to run that round to our 10. Okay, so all the hearts are gone. West started with 1 spade and 3 hearts, and East started with 6 spades and 2 hearts. So East has 5 minus suit cards. West has 8 or 9 minus suit cards. 9, I think. So what sort of way is there to make the rest of the tricks here? If we count the remaining tricks, we've already got 2. We're going to make a spade. We're going to make 3 hearts. There's another 4. That puts us to 6. We're going to make ace, king, ace, king. That puts us to 10. And we've already lost 2, so the most we can make is 11. So we're in we're in that squeeze zone. That's the zone where the count has been rectified. We have 1 trick fewer than the remaining tricks, so we might be able to squeeze them. And the big problem here is when you're squeezing someone, you've got to look for threats, or some people call them menaces or whatever. And you've got to look for 2 different suits that you've got menaces in against 1 person for most squeezes. So what are the 2 suits? Well, it can't be spades because you've just got winners left. And it can't be hearts because you've just got winners left. So what you have to do is try and squeeze someone in the minors. That's the only way to do it. And when we just did a count a second ago, West is got 9 cards in the minors to East's 5. There's no way you can squeeze East in the minors. They just won't have enough. But we can squeeze West in the minors. Brilliant. With the exception that West is discarding after South. And if you look at the threats, where are your threats? Well, South has 3 diamonds and 4 clubs, and West has to guard 3 diamonds and 4 clubs. And the problem is, if you just rattle off your hearts and then play the 9 of spades, West will just keep length with dummy. You'll see that if we just, for example, I can't play it from here because I've already preset this hand out. This is just the hand that played. But if you cash some things, dummy will come down to the point where they'll have ace king x ace king or something like that, and then West just keeps parity with dummy. So a regular simple squeeze won't work here. If both threats are in the south hand, the only person you could squeeze is East, and we know that won't work. So what type of squeeze can work in the case where West has the cards over dummy? Well, you've actually got a diamond threat in the north hand. And whenever you're doing squeezes in this case, you basically need a threat over the person being squeezed. So the only way to make a squeeze in this case, if we're trying to squeeze West, is to have a menace in the north hand. You need a diamond menace. North hasn't got a club menace, but you need a diamond menace. And so the only squeeze that will work in this position, and it wouldn't work if you were no trumps, is something called a trump squeeze. What you're effectively going to do is block the diamonds to attain 4 clubs in dummy, and then you're going to use your last trump as a threat to either rough the clubs good or as an entry to get back to your diamonds. So trump squeezes are very rare. I think this is only the 4th one I've ever done, like knowingly done. And they're difficult to spot, and it's one of these ones that you're more likely to spot them if you know how they work. So I'll just try and show you what I mean, or at least play through the hand here. So let's just assume that East has only got 2 diamonds. We need East to have only 2 diamonds here, because if East has 3 diamonds, East can guard diamonds, and there's nothing we can do. So as long as East has 2 or 1 diamond, exactly 2, then East will have 3 clubs. So if East has got 2 diamonds and 3 clubs, it doesn't matter what they are, West has to guard the 3rd round of diamonds and the 4th round of clubs. So we're going to just cash some tricks. So we're going to play a heart. West throws a diamond. We're going to play another heart. And then this is the squeeze card. So West has thrown 2 diamonds. So imagine West had 5 diamonds and 4 clubs initially. They're now down to 3 diamonds and 4 clubs. And we're going to play the squeeze card here. And what we're going to do is block one of the suits. So the suit we're going to block is diamonds. And this is one of the things when you've got kind of a trump squeeze, you're often blocking a suit that you've got a threat in effectively. That's at least what I've seen anyway. So we're going to block the diamond. So you can see now that we've got no diamond threat in the south hand. Our threat in the south hand is the 4th round of clubs. And it's a threat because we're threatening to rough it out. So what can West throw in this case? Let's have a look at what they've got. This is West's remaining hand. So West has got 3 diamonds to keep and 4 clubs to keep. What does West throw? Well, if West throws a diamond, if we go West throws a diamond, then what we do is we use the 9 of hearts as an entry to get back to the north hand. So we're going to go diamond, diamond. You can see that North's 8 of diamonds is now high. And then we play ace of clubs, king of clubs, ruff a club, and they cash the winning diamond. Okay, so if we go back to the squeeze, and what we're going to do is try see what happens when West throws the other card. So this is the point West is squeezed. If West instead throws a club, then what we're going to do is we're going to use the 9 of hearts to rough the clubs out, not as an entry, but for a threat of a roughing thing out. This is why it's called a trump squeeze. It only works in trumps, and you're using your last remaining trump as either an entry to a menace that is blocked, in this case diamonds, or as a threat to rough out a longer suit, in this case clubs. So we'll see what happens now. We now know, again, if we think we've squeezed West, and it does involve some counting and guesswork as to what the distributions are, but if we now play a club to the ace and the king of clubs, we're now going to use the 9 of hearts to rough the clubs good. And now we can get to it with the blocked diamonds. You see, the 8 of diamonds is no longer a threat. And then we cash the last card. So it was important at that point to use your 9 of spades as your squeeze card rather than your trump. If you use the trump as a squeeze card, like play the 9 of spades and then the trump or something like that, play the trump then the 9 of spades, is that because the trump squeeze also requires a trump for communication purposes, that wouldn't have worked. So if we go back to the point where we played the 9 of spades, can't seem to go back to that. Oh yeah, but play the 9 of spades here. This is the point where instead, if we played the 9 of hearts here, you might think you've got West in a squeeze again, but no, you've wasted your 9 of hearts, which is your entry back to the diamonds. So that's a trump squeeze. That came up. I was pretty happy. I haven't done many of those. I've done 4 total now. I'm starting to lose count anyway. I've definitely done 4. I might have done more than that, but that is a trump squeeze. And so if you're trying to squeeze someone who looks to be unsqueezable and you've got trumps in play, have a think to see if you can trump squeeze them, and let me know if you do.